We're a family of 5 living a God-sized dream of owning a Christmas tree farm. After working in education for 10 years, we decided to go all in. We started new careers, moved to a new state, and thought it would be fun to homeschool our kids too. We call ourselves Team Dressler because we truly believe that each person in this family is an important part to our dream. We're in it together. Theo, Jackson, Capri, Tim, Becca, and Poto too. Follow our everyday adventures of owning 33 acres in Oregon and see what God is teaching our family as we learn to plant Christmas trees and build Yahweh Tree Farm, a place we've been praying will bring hope to so many families. Christmas and every day is about Jesus. Let His story inspire yours as you chase your dreams and walk by faith with us. Jesus loves you so much. Today we are going to talk about what led us to this property, how we found Yahweh Tree Farm. That's a story I want to remember, and I want to go back and I want to watch this. I want to document this. Yeah, go ahead.
When you have hard moments in life, you're convicted to make changes. At least we are, and so we felt like God was speaking on our heart to shake it up and to really think about what is something big that God would have to show up to do for us to realize something bigger than ourselves.
But it just dropped on us. We had never said when we got married, we're gonna have a Christmas tree farm.
Never said that.
We had been working in education for almost 10 years. But we were both in a season of really hard, and I still remember we used to go on these drives out through the country with the kids, and it was a time for Tim and I, we can talk because the kids were in their car seats and Jackson was little, and we just needed to go for a drive. And I just remember we were driving, and I'm like, we should have a Christmas tree farm. It was I don't know if it was a vision. I don't know if you would even call that, but it was this moment where it was so clear. It was a feeling. And I just saw the countryside that we were driving through. I just I felt it. I saw it. It was probably more of a feeling because I'm a feeler. And then you're like, let's do it. And literally ever since that moment, we've just been all in. Designed a logo. We had an apparel launch that year. This is the one that most people have been requesting. It looks so good. And it says on our shirts that we were established in 2018 because we wanted to speak life into our dream.
That it was gonna happen.
We were almost there, baby girl.
Where are we going, guys?
We are 7 minutes away from a property.
We're checking it out. It is
10:53, September 2nd, 2022.
What kind of property are we checking out? Look over there. What's on the side over there?
Oh, Christmas trees. Hey, look at that.
Christmas trees.
Wow.
Fancy that.
It's 39 acres.
33.
33. You have to get a riding lawnmower. Can we see the kids in the back? Are you guys excited? We're nervous, excited. Capri's I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why these people keep talking about Christmas in September. Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Breathe. I have a stomach ache.
I'm gonna throw up.
He's gonna throw up. Theo, how do you feel? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Go God.
Woohoo! But basically, when COVID came, we decided to go homeschool with the kids, like you're saying, and then we're patient. We're just in this patient waiting time.
We were really focused on our family.
Really kind of hunkered in as a family and really focused on just building a strong foundation. I think it was more of God just preparing us for what was to come.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how soon Yahweh Tree Farm would happen, but we did know that it was coming, but just didn't know when. And God knew that we needed to work on our marriage and
He refined our marriage a lot.
Our family and what we're doing as a family, and it's been really fruitful work.
Yeah. Honestly, that has been that was a huge part of our dream that we didn't even know about. We were so ready to just like go on our Christmas tree farm, and like right when we had our dream in 2018, we're looking for properties in Washington. We're still working in education. We're like, we'll make it work somehow. We'll just do it. We didn't have the answers. We were just like, we just knew we were supposed to do it, and that God would just guide us one step at a time. Where is it? This is crazy. I feel so crazy.
Here we go, guys.
Felt like, well, it was like that spring leading into the summer was like surf season was coming, and we started. You and Theo were surfing more, and we were going to one of our favorite places in the world, Otter Rock, Oregon, and we just looked at each other when we were there on the beach one day where we just felt like so much peace. We were going through kind of like another little like hard time in our life, and we threw the words out like, what if we just like bought a beach house, eventually someday flipped it into an Airbnb, and just lived in there for like a season before Yahweh Tree Farm. Like, we were throwing that idea out, and we're like, let's just do it. So we tried to get pre-qualified. We pursued 2 houses, and we kept getting denied, and we just like, it kind of felt like we felt defeated. I was even sharing this on like social media. People are like, "Can they accept your offer?" And like, and we just were like, "Okay, God, you're creating these like crazy feelings in us." And so we were kind of like seeing where we're kind of like testing, like, "Okay, God, do you want us to have like a beach house now? Because it's not time for Yahweh Tree Farm." We're getting very confused. But the cool thing is, when you're praying to be in God's will, He stops you, especially when you're not supposed to go there. Yeah, especially when you're not supposed to go there. But if you're acting in faith, like, the doors will close. Yeah, and it's not a bad thing when they close. That's the question. For sale.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, we're turning in, guys. Here it is.
And there's a fence. Like the beach house got denied, and then we wanted to downsize. Like, we just started to get, go ahead.
One of the things that God did on our hearts was saying, you just need me. You don't need stuff. And like, okay, what does that mean? Yeah. And so we started doing like an inventory in our house, and like, okay, let's start getting rid of stuff. And we were selling things on OfferUp, or donating things, or giving things away to friends and family. And it felt really good. So good. It's like we found peace in all the confusion just by getting rid of stuff. It like cleared us up. So this is for the property, Theo. Can you imagine like exploring?
I'm gonna keep it there.
Oh yeah, because this is our property, so you're gonna keep it there?
Yeah.
This is Yahweh Tree Farm.
So guys, this property used to be a Christmas tree farm.
I want to rewind back to the spring of 2022, so this year. Okay. When it was going into the Lent season, and as a family, we decided we wanted to start praying together every night. What happened after that? Night. Because it started to shift things in all of our hearts. We were ready for an adventure or something. Yeah, like Becca was saying, it felt like there was this sense of urgency, or like something was coming. Yeah. Every time we prayed every night, and we haven't stopped since. We still do it every single night. Yeah. And it's been a really special
added peace to our family every night, just the way to end the day. But
we
basically,
specifically prayed for Yahweh Tree Farm.
kept praying
Those
for Yahweh
40
Tree Farm.
days.
God, what do you want? We just felt like we had to start getting prepared. We felt like something was coming up, but.
Are we driving into the property? Yes, we are. Okay, here we go.
Dip on down. It's kind of a steep upwards.
Is this fun? Oh, look at that field over there.
That's really cool.
You're gonna need a quad, Timmy.
Definitely.
Go! No! I do that!
No, we're not gonna roll down the window. Not like we did at the zoo. Yeah, where the heck would your main tail was? It just leaves room for God to like come up with some cool ideas for us.
Yeah. There's so many pockets of trails and stuff. I like how there's like little jets. You can't
No pressing
fathom
button.
the size of 33 acres right now.
I would love to run on this.
It's a beast of a road for running on.
You having fun, Capri? Yeah?
So it's slippery, but it's not slippery.
You think it's Yahweh Tree Farm? Oh, no, hands to your side, baby girl.
Wow, look at the view.
The view is amazing.
Where's the view?
Behind you, Theo. Oh my gosh, look at this.
The house! And the deer feeder.
Okay, God, we will keep being patient, and then we'll start acting in spaces that we know we can act in. One was just getting ready, so
Yeah.
getting boxes and slowly packing the house.
Like we were
and-
packing and we didn't even know where we were going. We were literally
no idea.
packing. We'd find things and then we're like, shoot, we can't do it yet. And so we just had to keep waiting. And so that was like, it was like, it's a hard place in your heart where you're pursuing something, but then you're like, not yet. Like when you think you found something.
And God putting it on our hearts to pursue, but not knowing when.
Yeah,
it's just really hard.
It was hard, but there was peace. Like we found it. Like I decided to like, okay, let's redo our homeschool room. I'm gonna like start focusing on homeschool and new rhythms in our home and get rid of stuff and you know, just really focus on the family. And then right when we found this land and started to pursue it, and I remember my mom was over that afternoon and I said, I finally got at a place where I'm like content again and so happy and at peace with just being in our rental house. And all of a sudden God's like, go pursue this land. And I'm like, don't mess with my heart, God. like I was so afraid of like the rejection again because we just had so many no's. And then but my mom was like, you just gotta do it. And I was just getting teary-eyed because I'm like, but no, like I'm finally okay. Like I could be in this rental forever. Like God had finally put in my heart like that Yahweh Tree Farm was never gonna make me happy.
You found peace.
I found peace. And then isn't that like, it's totally what it's like when you find the person you're gonna marry to when you're not looking. That's when God's like, here you go. So now let's talk about the whole Like we even took a video of us praying right before coming to the land, and we didn't even know if we were going to be able to put an offer on the land when we were. Remember that?
I do remember. Hands, we're going to pray right now. Dear Jesus, we trust you so much with our hearts. We trust you so much with our lives, and we love you. We want to serve you every single day, and we want to show up for you every single day. And right now, we're praying that you show up for us, and you just lead the way. We're going to find out really soon if we can offer on a property that we think could be Yahweh Tree Farm. And we just want you to show up. Just show up, shut the door, open the door, make it abundantly clear what we're supposed to do.
And God, if this is a fight, God, to just like fight for us. If the devil is trying to keep us from getting to our land, God, just put angels before us. I don't know. Just like if we're meant to fight, let us fight. If we're meant to let it go, just help us let it go, and just let us continue to walk by faith and just trust in you in all of this. In Jesus' name, end it. Amen.
Team Dressler, hands in, hands in, hands in, hands in. 1, 2, 3, Team Dressler!
So let's share that story a little bit. So we saw this land online.
Yeah,
Love the location.
So this land was not on our radar at first because it was way out of our price range. Just it was. I saw it, and it looked really cool, but I just didn't. We didn't go because the price range was just out of there. And basically, the owner dropped the price down right below where we could afford it, and the location and everything about it is just like
we're only like 40 minutes from the beach, like our favorite beaches in the world.
Yeah,
like,
and it's just
it's surreal.
It's surreal. The location, you just can't beat it. We're out of the city, which we enjoy, but just everything about the location, the size. We didn't even know everything about the land yet because we haven't seen it yet. But basically, saw that. There's a whole story that we can share about our lendability and all that.
Tim owning a business just makes it really weird to qualify.
The type of it just takes, it's a lot harder to qualify for home loans when you own your business.
And you've only been in it for 3 years?
3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
But I still remember, so the morning of that we were going to go look at the property, our realtor was on his way, and our lender still hadn't like completely finished getting us pre-approved. Like we were like 10 minutes away from here when our lender called, and he's like, I think you guys are going to be okay. Like you're going to be able to do this. So we're going to go look at this land. We don't even know if we're going to be able to like
the timing of it all.
It was so crazy. I thought I was going to throw up. I had like a stomach ache. Our kids had a stomach ache. So
we originally got her, but they were saying it wrong.
Oh.
Polly.
So you decided.
Like it sounded like Polly on a cracker.
Let's go down here and check it out really quick.
Oh, she cut the cup off. She's gonna fix it.
Let's go.
Yeah, if you have that plan.
Yeah, because just the timing, like we were finding out on the way that
like
we were approved, and then we're showing up. We're the first ones there and waiting for our realtor. And there was a gate, and we're just looking down the driveway like, oh my gosh.
It's amazing. Like the road, the drive-in. I always knew it was going to be like this drive-in to our property.
Yeah.
Woo! Good thing you didn't wear your sandals, Theo. You found a stick. Yeah, well, we would build a much better house than that, but that would be, we'd live there for a while. You wanna go look at we're gonna go look at these cool trees right here. You up? Are you good? You're good? You see any snakes, Theo? Oh, we should clear this out and make it such a cool place to sit. But I was still like guarding my heart. I was trying not to show my excitement.
I just kind of like, yeah, let's just go. It just felt right. Anyways.
Well, it did, but I was still guarding my heart.
Good for you. I couldn't do it.
Oh, my tummy feels it, Timmy.
What?
My tummy feels good. Who feels it?
You feel it in your tummy?
I feel it in my tummy. Do you like it, Theo? Mm-hmm. Theo, do you think this is Yahweh Tree Farm? You think so? Yeah.
Anyways, realtor shows up, unlocks the gate, and the drive-in.
It's so special, and we just can't wait for you to be here.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big piece of land. It's 33 acres.
Yeah.
And the house is on the back third of the property.
So it goes up.
The driveway goes down, and then it goes, and then starts to wind up, and goes all the way to the back third of the property. And while we're driving through, it was just like, oh my gosh.
It was huge.
This is huge. This is really cool.
I just kept thinking of all these running trails we're gonna make for me.
Jackson,
Yahweh Tree Farm? Can we Yahweh Tree Farm? You wanna have it?
I guess it would scare them half to death.
Say hello. Is it Yahweh Tree Farm? But so the top is really cool because it there's so much light at the top, whereas like the middle feels like you're in the forest. The bottom, like where you first come in, is where the Christmas trees are going to be, and the barn and the parking and stuff. But we call the very top, home base.
But it just, when we got here and got out, and it was just like, Becca's heart was still guarded, but then there was this moment we walked down the back side of the property, and we were under these trees, and you looked at me and you said, Tim, this is it.
Septic tank is back by the birch tree behind the house. It's about 50 feet downhill from that. Cool. The concrete circle probably covered this in.
Look at this view, guys. Look at that.
Or you can go to a little to the right, and that's a more pretty view too.
We put an offer on. There was actually already an offer when we put an offer, so we actually had to compete, and so there was a lot of prayer over that. And like, God, it's
ultimately we were like,
but you did write a pretty nice letter.
I did, and you know what my dad always said? He's like, in this whole search of trying to find Yahweh Tree Farm, he said, God already has it picked out, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Like,
so if this was it, I'm like, nothing could get in the way of us like getting it. Like this was it.
So, accepted the offer, and basically we are here now.
Yeah.
And we've moved in, and we're settled in, and we're excited. Like Becca said, we're going to be planting trees in the late winter, early spring of next year. We have someone coming to clear the land.
That'll be our next YouTube video.
Be the next video. Yeah, there's a lot of trees that need to go out, but we're going to put twice as many more trees back in the ground. And so,
should we show them where we're going to plant our Christmas trees? Oh, yeah. Let's do it, buddy. Lead the way. It is down there, yeah. Yes, it is. Oak tree. Okay, so we're coming up to one of my favorite parts of our walk. We've walked quite a ways. It's banana slug. So we walked down quite a ways. So home base is up there. And then just down there and past those beautiful trees, it's gonna be, you can actually see kind of through there.
Yeah, let's go.
We don't have any yet. Are we gonna plant them this spring? There's some, they're pretty big. We're gonna take out all those trees. We have someone coming to take those out, so this is gonna be even bigger. How are you feeling, Tim?
Good. Just envisioning it all.
Yeah.
The life.
Parking lot somewhere over on this side, huh?
This side's gonna be parking lot.
Yeah. Lots of parking. But there's like the front entrance.
But it goes a decent ways of parking. Good section for parking.
Yeah. And the surfer van over there.
Have it up in there.
Yeah.
For now.
That's
This is
the
where we're at.
story. That's how I found Yahweh Tree Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Jesus loves you. Let's stand up and do it.
How are you feeling right now, Becca?
So happy. We can take a break. Love you.
Love you too.
Yeah. Shaka. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, Capri. Capri. 'Cause my heart is a... Can you keep it?
Do you want to tell them about the bat we found yesterday?
We saw the bat yesterday.
We saw a bat yesterday.
This big. Wait, this big.
No, more that big. You want to tell them about the frog we found? The frogs we've been finding? We found a frog right by our house.
No, why?
It was like right by our house under a brick.
And it's all there. Salmon that's Ruskin.
Ruskin newts. They have yellow bellies and they're really poisonous if you eat them. So never eat a Ruskin newt.
Can you touch your face with your eyes when you touch them?
When you touch them, you don't want to touch your face or your eyes.
This is a kid.
You know what he likes to eat? He likes to eat tons of voles, and he took a chipmunk from Lucy, our other kitty. He took a chipmunk. They kill chipmunks, voles, and birds. Oh, you know what we don't want? We smelled a skunk. We smelled a skunk when we were driving today, and it stunk. So we hope we don't have any skunks on our property.
Dad.